Good morning. Welcome back again. We got Brock here today. We've got tires laying all over the shop. We got stuff everywhere. We're gonna put her back together today. I got her cleaned up pretty well. We'll probably, I don't know if we'll foam it today and scrub it down. I don't know. Of course, I did the hood last night. It doesn't look too bad. I didn't dry it, so yeah, it's gonna need washed again. I forgot to dry it. So anyway, yeah, we'll back her up and put the tires on first and get the side shields and everything that we can do put back together and try and get this out of the way today. Out of the shop or out of the way in the shop. One of the two. She turns so much easier without those front duals on here. It's amazing the difference. This tractor has ACS or active command steering, so it's basically like an electronic power steering, which I mean it's hydraulic steering anyway, right? But it uses electronic sensors to then tell it how to turn the tires. It's kind of strange because sometimes you think it should turn really easy and it doesn't, but whatever. Know what you're doing?
Yep.
I hope so. Me too. I hope so too. You're gonna need a torque wrench. I don't know what that is. We gotta look that one up. It doesn't have a sticker on the rim like the combine tires do. Let's see what the torque says in the book. I think it's like 425, 450 maybe. Yeah, maybe not. Disc to rim, so that's these outside bolts, which we did not loosen, but those are supposed to be 230 foot-pounds. Wheel disc to hub, those are the ones we did take out, 445. Oh, all right, that was close. What about the spacer, though? Here we go. $445. It's the only thing it says, so I assume they're all the same. Okay, 445. So the half-inch Milwaukee gets them bolts out, but they're not tight. All right, there's one. Okay, the spacers are on and torqued. We'll go ahead and grab this tire and put it back up there. Clean her up a little bit before we throw it back on there. Okay, it's in place. One of these bolts was pretty boogered up. I wanted to try and tap this one. Threads are all boogered up on it. I don't know why. It's that first one that I tried taking out that spun out real hard. Let's see if we got a die for it. We do have the correct die and a tap, and they're quite a bit better. Chased them down, they look good. So Brock also did the hole over here. So hopefully it turns in there much nicer. Beautiful. Brock's washing our tractor for us here. Get everything put back on. Okay. Good deal. Got her wiped down. Rinse her off. And we'll get it dried off. Looks good. Looks really good. Cool. Well, we're just waiting for lights to come. We got to grease it yet. After we're done washing, we'll let her dry off this afternoon. We're just going to tuck her back in the corner here and get the 8430 in here, and we'll do the oil change and that kind of stuff on that tractor here probably this afternoon while I got Brock here. Oh, we'll try and blow some of the heavy water off and get the towels out here. Yesterday where I did that spray on stuff with that ceramic or that synthetic clay, the water beads right off of that stuff. That looks nice, so we'll make it shiny here. Brock's gonna clean the cab out while we're waiting for it to dry off. It might be a little while before we get our lights for this that I'm waiting for. They didn't have the ones that go in on top of the cab. I kind of assumed they were gonna send the rest of them right now and just send me those other ones when they got them, but I haven't gotten any kind of shipping notification, and so I'm wondering if they're just going to wait till they get them all. It really is fine. It doesn't matter. Okay, well, we'll finish letting it dry for a while. Not too bad, not too bad, not too bad. Okay, I think we're about done with this one. We will park it off to the side. Bring the 8430 in after lunch today. It's lunchtime, so we'll go do that. She's not bad. We gotta wash the outside of the windows. We got that water streak there, but for the most part, it's all right. So, we're going to move it back here into the corner of the shop. Wait for our lights. It might end up coming out of the shop because we just don't feel like we have room for it in here, but we can get the 8430 in for sure. And that's my plan for the afternoon. We also got a semi-truck we need to bring in here. I don't know when that's going to happen, but we'll make it happen. Writing down in the book here what all we did to it and stuff. And we didn't put as many hours on this tractor this year as I thought we did. We did not change fuel filters last year. And so the fuel filters were 2 years old. They were done on 1/4 of 23 with 4,515 hours. 4,515. Last year we did change engine oil and some of the cab filters and, did the basic service stuff, but we had only put 200 hours on it. And so we did not do the fuel filters or the engine air filters. And so they didn't, that's why the numbers were wrong. But we were at 4714 last year. We're at 4942 this year. So we only put 228 hours on this year. I thought the 427 seemed like a lot, but I know we used the spreader on it and put a few more hours on it from that this year. But yeah, definitely not 400, a little over 200. More hours than the year before, but not 200 more hours. So that makes more sense. Anyway, it doesn't change what we did and needed to do. It's all still good. So, yeah, we'll get that put back in the cab. Well, look at that. Now we got a twin, kind of. It's almost a twin. They're not the same tractor, but they're close. So the 8430 might need a little bit more work, but we'll see here. So Brock did grease the ILS and the 3-point. You got the 3.2, right, Brock? Okay. So the oil filter has been leaking here a little bit, but all of the oil filters come with new O-rings, so we'll change that O-ring, and hopefully it's just a little bit loose or something. We'll tighten that up and fix it. We'll do the fuel filters. We need to check the hours on here. That was done on 2/12 of 24 at 5,658. You said there was 59 something?
Yep.
So we got more hours on this tractor than the other one this year. It's almost 300 or 300-ish. That's all right. However, this has been coming for a long time, but it's getting worse. The hoods on the 8030 series and even the 8020 series John Deere tractors, they're known for not being very good. And this is original, and we bought this tractor new-ish. It was a demo, but it was like 300 hours on it when we got it. And this is the original hood, but look at this. A big old crack right here. We've got more cracks coming this way. There's a big break right here. And it's both sides. Got a crack here. We've got a crack here. We've got that same big crack here. It's got dirt coming out of it. Don't have the one here, so that's good. But is it time to do something about this? Or do we just try and patch it together and keep running it? So I think the problem with these hoods was poor design to start with, but they have this plastic liner inside the plastic hood, right? Or fiberglass and plastic, and they're different materials that are going to expand and contract and take vibrations differently and stuff. And so that causes stress, and eventually they crack. And that side doesn't look bad. The inside is cracked up there. But if you look at the other side here, on the inside where that big crack is on the outside, the inside portion is cracked all the way through too. So, yeah, that's not good. Like I said, pretty common problem on these tractors. I know there's been lots and lots of hoods replaced. I looked it up from Deere. It's going to cost almost $8,000 to replace just the hood from Deere, because you can get the hood for like $6,800, but that doesn't come with stickers. That doesn't come with the kit, whatever. There's like a $500 kit. It says you have to order with it. I don't know what that is, but that's the expensive option. There is one aftermarket company at least that I have found, but the one review I found of them said that they were junk with drywall screws and plywood and stuff screwed to the inside, coming out of Mexico. So I don't know if we want that. And they're like half price, well, around $4,000, of course, minus the stickers and everything else. So we're still gonna have a bunch into it. Or do we just run it? There's ones running a lot worse shape than that. I could try and get some like plastic staple kind of things, you know, where you heat it up and melt the staple into the plastic to try and bridge the crack and keep it from falling apart and getting worse. I don't know how successful we would be with that. I could try and drill the ends of the cracks out. I don't know how successful we would be with that either. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Any options for me? Working on cleaning this cab out here. I got some of the stuff taken out, and we gotta vacuum the floor. But last year, kind of late in the year, we put this MTG in here, and it just kind of sits on the floor, but some of the wires are just kind of all over the place. We're gonna pull the floor mat, see if we can't reroute them a little bit better, hide stuff a little bit better. I'm gonna pull this 2630 out of here, but I'm missing wheat planting records on at least one field, and so I'm exporting the data off of it. Maybe it just got lost in the wireless data transfer stuff and didn't get transferred for some reason, or maybe we just lost the data. I don't know, but we're gonna export it and see if there's anything left on this display, and then we can take this out of here as well. This tractor's dirty too. Look, a floor mat. Figuring this out?
There's a lot of wire.
There's a lot of wires. Don't bury the ones that might need to come out someday, though. Or some, yeah.
They're all coiled up here. All the ones that have to come around can go back there.
Oh, we went behind it, not under it. Okay. All right. These hydraulic outlets leak really bad. We always end up with puddles under this tractor, but I replaced all the seals in all of the barrels last year, and they still do it. So I don't know really what to do about it other than maybe replace them all. It'd be nice if I had a way to test, figure out which one of them is leaking, or which ones, I guess. I, again, don't really know how to do that. So it is what it is. We're probably not going to do anything about it. Let's see, what's this plug for? I think that's power for the bean planter. Yeah. This tractor used to pull our bean planter. It doesn't anymore. But we still got it on there because, you know, in a pinch, it could if necessary. So that one wire there kind of, that's for the antenna up on top of the cab for the MTG. If we really wanted to, Brock, we could pull the top of the cab off and put that underneath the cab instead of running around the outside and the top. I don't know if we really want to, though. Yeah, so this is the antenna for the MTG. On that tractor, when we installed one, we actually pulled the top up and ran it underneath. But you got to run up through the corner post and then come over to the radio and then come out and through it and back around. And I don't know if there's a big enough pocket underneath this cap to put that underneath there like there is on that tractor. That tractor they designed for them because the MTGs, while not the current iteration, they were putting them in tractors at the time. That came with an MTG in it, but it was a 2G one, and we're now on 4G. And so the antennas are different, so we had to replace the antenna on that one, and that was how we did it. I don't know if this can be done the same on this tractor or not. Either way, probably not going to mess with it. Easier just to get some better sticky stuff and make my cord stick. So this wire harness here that I was looking at earlier, we aren't going to use it. We're not going to use this tractor pole planter. And if we do, we can throw that little bit on real fast without having to have it routed underneath that panel in the back that Brock is currently taking off. So we're gonna go ahead and take that out of there. We'll label it, throw it up in the office. If we need it, we'll have it. We can throw it on quick, but that way it's not. Yeah, I hate wires in the cab. I hate them. And so anything I can do to eliminate them or hide them, that's what we're doing. We got most of the service work done on this today, and by we I mean Brock. Brock did most of it. So it's in good shape. We got the wires organized in the cab a little bit better. Figure out what we're gonna do with this hood. I think we're gonna probably try and see if we can fix, meaning stop it from getting worse for now, but probably not gonna put a new hood on this tractor. At least not for now. If eventually the side falls off of it, then maybe. But for now, probably gonna just try and keep it from getting worse. So tomorrow I have a seed treatment meeting down by Fort Wayne, so I'm going to that. Brock, however, is coming to work and will be here. And so I sent him home early today because all I've really got left for him to do, or what I had planned for him to do, was to work on this tractor. And that means cleaning it. So he's going to come and do that tomorrow, work on this. I plugged in a GoPro and left it right over there on the desk, or the bench, for him to film for you, Brock. It's there. I put a new SD card in and everything because he tried today and the card was full. My bad. But anyway, yeah, so that's the plan for tomorrow. Brock's going to be here to work on this. I'm going to go to my meeting, and then I should be back early to mid-afternoon. Maybe we'll go down to the seed warehouse and work on stuff if he's pretty well wrapping up with this tractor. But yeah, reasonably successful week to get 2 of them through the shop, and we're in good shape. So anyway, I'm going home. Thanks for watching this one. Have a great night. We'll probably make a video tomorrow, assuming Brock's here and films and I get back at a decent enough time to do something. Otherwise, have a great weekend. And we'll see you next week. Which next week, Fort Wayne Farm Show, we're going down on Wednesday. So if you're making plans to go to the Fort Wayne Farm Show and you have interest in meeting me, I guess. And I think Brock's going, and probably my dad, and we'll see if anybody else or not. But yeah, plan is to go down on Wednesday. So, do with that what you will, I guess. But that's our plan. Have a great night. See you tomorrow, probably.